Everybody, welcome. My name is Tine Muren, and I'm co-founder of New Deal Europe, and I'm one of the organizers of this event called Essential Balkans Virtual Marketplace. You saw me in the morning if you're watching this live on the 12th of December, otherwise you see the recording. And I'm super happy to have my good friend and colleague from Serbia, Zorica, here, who works for the National Tourism Board at Serbia, and who will chat with me a bit about what's new in Serbia and how everything has been going so far with them. Hi, Zorica, how are you?
Hi, everybody. I'm fine. I'm very, very excited to be here with you all today. And I hope that we will all have a very productive and useful day. So we can now start talking a little bit about Serbia.
Well, Serbia is, I believe, country that borders the most countries in Europe, or one of in this area, main area of Europe. It's where really East meets West, and I was fortunate enough to travel to Serbia many times before, but like extensively this summer when you organized the trip. I saw so many new things, even for me being Slovenian and going to Serbia so many times before. But let's start with like this particular event, the Essential Balkans. It's stuff sponsored by ETC and Your Money, and then two more countries. It's quite a complicated process, but we are here. We did it especially for the North American market. So why did you decide it on the beginning to partner with those two countries and to focus on the North American markets?
First of all, the North American market, and especially the US market, is one of the most important markets for Serbia. It's also set in our strategic tourism marketing plan till 2025 that the US is seen as the emerging market, which means that we notice the big growth in percentage from that market. But the numbers are still not so high. So, for example, for the first 10 months of this year, we had increase in the arrivals of the US tourists for 27%, which is great, and overnight stays for 20%. But when we are talking really about numbers, it was only like 43,000 visitors with 130,000 overnight stays. So there is a lot of scope to increase this number, and our idea and our goal is to position the US market among top 10 markets in the next few years for Serbian tourism. Also, it was very important for us to participate in this project because we participate under the brand of Europe, and we all know that Europe is the main destination as a whole for the North American travelers. So it's very good for Serbia and for the region because we are not so well-known destinations on those markets to present ourselves under such a strong brand, which is Europe. And within the scope of the ideas to promote lesser-known destinations, which also stands for our destinations because they are not so well-known on the American markets. And with the habits of the American travelers that when they travel to Europe, usually they visit more than one country. So it was logical to have partnership with the neighboring countries and with those countries with which we have a similar offer, and a similar or completely different offer, like with Montenegro, or similar like with Romania. And in countries which all three together can connect the Danube and the Pannonian Plain with the Black Sea and with the Adriatic Sea, which we believe is a great product. And one important thing is that we don't have enough knowledge, let me say, about the markets. So for us, it was important that we had the support to have experts like you are, Tina and Robert, to help us very much. To make connections not only for tourism organization of Serbia, but also for our industry on the American market. And this is the result, this marketplace is the result of the comprehensive sales mission you performed for all of us during previous months. So
thank you so much for this. Thank you for these words of praise and everything. But it's worth, I mean, you mentioned Danube as well, and Belgrade as your main city is third biggest city in the whole area of the Southeast Europe. So after Istanbul and Athens, it's Belgrade. It was always a major city, a capital city in many countries, also now in Serbia. But it's also a very important hub for to fly in. Air Serbia, it's probably, if not the only operator from the region that also operates to the America. I think you have daily, not a couple of weekly flights from Chicago and New York, aren't you?
Yes, indeed. It's a great asset for us because we have such a favorable accessibility for the travelers from the US, especially because our national air carrier, Air Serbia, connects Belgrade with New York for the last 10 years. And this year they started to fly to Chicago. So our proposal for the trade, for the US and Canadian trade, but especially for the US trade, would be to use these direct flights and connect these destinations directly to Belgrade, and then to start programs and touring of the region, especially our three countries, which we are talking about today, starting and ending in Belgrade, which is a great let me say, positive thing to do, and how to prepare the programs for visiting this area.
Yeah, Air Serbia has an actual network in the whole Europe, and they have a fantastic office in New York run by our friend George. We have only a couple of more minutes left, Zorica, before we play our video. You are a specialist in promoting your destination, and you work with these markets all around the world. So what would you say are the main selling points of Serbia? Really quickly, in 2 minutes, what would you think is the thing?
Of course. So according to our new branding, which is Experience Serbia, we have 5 main products that those 5 main selling points, which are vivid cities, and we are talking about cities. It is Belgrade is our capital. And next to it is Novi Sad, which is very close to Belgrade, only 1 hour drive. And it was capital of culture in 2022. It is the home of Exit Festival. So many cultural and festivities are around these cities. Then, of course, we promote the Danube as a product because the 2 biggest cities, the 2 national parks, and so many cultural and historical monuments are placed on the Danube banks. Then, of course, we promote our culture as a cultural mosaic, because these are cultural historical things that connects us with the history of this area, starting from the prehistoric times to the contemporary art and culture. Then exciting nature, of course, because of the many of national parks and protected areas. Suitable for active holidays, and with the possibility for accommodation in rural households and tasting traditional Serbian food and enjoying traditional Serbian arts and crafts. And also Serbia is a meeting point, as a place to meet, because Serbia is pretty well positioned as a MICE destinations among top 50 MICE destinations according to ICA in the world, and Belgrade one of the top 50 cities, with the new and freshly refurbished Sava Center, for example, in Belgrade, which is one of the biggest congress centers in the region.
Fantastic.
So briefly, I cannot do it.
No, I think we'll see a great video now. And I would just like to conclude that I was so impressed with your history that you have, especially the Vinci culture and the Penskivir, which people were shocked when we were in America to learn it predates even the pyramids in Egypt for twice the time. I mean, it's really history. It's where East meets the West. It's the birthplace of civilization. And it's the center of this Balkan, which is the last exotic part of Europe. Thank you so much, Zorica. And I think we will enjoy your beautiful video now. Everybody move to the video now and then continue with the sessions.
Unspoiled nature awakens special moments. It teaches us how to stop time, and how, from the ordinary and everyday, hard work can create art. The old village of Sirogoyno faithfully preserves the way of life of a people living in harmony with nature. The peace of forests is broken only by birdsong, and the majestic vista from the heights gives a feeling of freedom. The Shagan 8 train will guide us through secluded stretches, but also through time. The food of yesteryear had a special taste, a taste that has been preserved to this day. Roving deeper into the past, we come upon the remains of civilizations thousands of years old. Eastern Serbia is rich in archaeological treasures, where mammoth fossil remains and the ancient Lepenski culture can be discovered. Centuries-old castles and fortresses proudly safeguard history. The Middle Ages forged the cradle of modern Serbia, proudly witnessed by the monasteries. We keep the tradition with a care and love that can be felt by all the senses. Indigenous varieties of grapes will satisfy even the most demanding lovers of wine. Descending further into the depths of Serbia, we learn about nature's patience through the adornments it has been forming for millions of years. The idyllic scenes of the mountain massif rising in South Serbia leave breathless even those who would sleep through the winter. On the Vojvodina plain, we stumble upon a rare jewel, the world's largest collection of terracotta sculptures. For centuries, the spirit of Serbia has been enriching itself where east and west cross paths. Along the river, you can savor the beauty of a summer breeze. Thrilling biking paths weave an experience never to be forgotten. Serbia boasts cities that have the true spirit of the metropolis. Belgrade is a city that never sleeps. A city that keeps testimony to Nikola Tesla, who has indebted the whole of humankind. A city that generates a vibrant cultural scene and preserves a rich cultural heritage. The eclectic architecture, old and new, charms and inspires people from all over the world. We conjure an open and diverse culture where every voice is welcome. Serbia is the land of your friends, the land in which some wishes come true and others are yet made.
Fantastic. I think we made it in 15 minutes, Zorica. We have 30 seconds left. So I'd just like to invite everybody to keep meeting. You're going to see this video also tomorrow on another event we're running tomorrow, and then we're going to keep this recording on our website as well. Thank you for now, and bye from my side.
Thank you everyone. Bye.
Bye.